Britain's farmers betrayed? Labour's tax hike sparks rural revolt. Britain's farmers and rural landowners, long regarded as the backbone of the nation's food security, are sounding the alarm. Under Labour's new tax policies, they face higher levies on land, property, and agricultural activity at a time when the cost of living crisis is already crushing ordinary households. The government insists these taxes are necessary to fund public services, but many in the countryside see it as a betrayal, an attack on those who provide the food and stability that keep Britain running. Farmers argue that they are being unfairly targeted. Rising fuel prices, increased machinery costs, and Brexit-related trade barriers have already left agriculture on the brink. Now, with new tax burdens, many family-owned farms fear closure. Critics warn that this will not only devastate rural communities but also jeopardize national food security, making Britain more dependent on imports at a time of global instability. The political fallout is escalating. Opposition voices accuse Keir Starmer's government of squeezing the silent backbone of Britain while sparing powerful corporations and financial elites in London. Protest movements are gaining momentum in rural areas, echoing the farmers' revolt seen across Europe, from France to the Netherlands. Images of tractors blocking roads and angry farmers confronting politicians have already begun to surface, symbolizing a widening gulf between urban policymakers and rural Britain. Supporters of Labour counter that everyone must pay their fair share, and argue that wealthier landowners have long benefited from generous subsidies and tax breaks. But this narrative fails to address the reality that smaller farms, those that truly sustain Britain's food chain, are the ones being hit hardest. The question now is whether this growing rural revolt will evolve into a full-blown political crisis. Will Labour adjust course, or will they double down on policies that risk alienating an entire sector of society? Do you think Britain can afford to undermine its farmers at such a critical moment? Or will this backlash force Labour to rethink its approach? Share your thoughts in the comments below, and don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell to stay updated on the debates shaping Britain's future.